Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to our talk show, True Ambassadors Talk Show. Today, we have Adriana with us. Adriana is one of our charity ambassadors and is also working with us. And Adriana graduated from Angularowski University as a first-class student marketing, and she decided to join us to get the experience of what charity is all about. Today, we're just going to have few questions we'll be asking her about how she feels and her experience in joining us. But before I start, I would like to say a big thank you to PLMD, our sponsor. Adriana, welcome to our talk show. Today is your first day of joining the True Ambassadors talk show.
It's a pleasure being here, and I want to talk today about a topic that is very close to my heart and I have great interest in, and this is digital inclusion.
Yeah, so we're talking about digital inclusion. Please, can you start by explaining what digital inclusion is and why is it important in today's world?
Digital inclusion is about ensuring that everyone in our society, regardless of their background, skills, age, and circumstances, has equal access to digital technology and the skills to use it effectively. And it's not only about having access to device like smartphone or laptop and to internet connection. It's also about having the skills to use these things effectively and efficiently in order to improve one's quality of life. In today's world, everything depends on technology and on digital access, nearly every aspect of our lives. From applying to job positions and accessing healthcare services to staying connected with loved ones. And without digital access and technology, people might feel isolated, excluded from opportunities, and behind. So it's not only about technology, it's about creating a world where everybody is equal, giving the people opportunities and making sure that no one is left behind in a rapidly evolving digital world.
Oh, thank you so much for that explanation. And also, what are some of the main barriers people face when it comes to digital inclusion?
There are several main barriers, and they very often overlap, which makes it even harder for the people and more difficult for them to stay connected. One of the barriers is having access. This includes having access to internet and also to suitable device, sometimes both of them. The group that is most affected is the people from low-income families. Another barrier is the lack of skills. Not everybody has the skills necessary to navigate the digital world. For example, older adults who didn't grow up around technology don't feel confident and sometimes don't have the skills to use it, and that's why they are more excluded from the society. Another barrier is the right infrastructure, digital infrastructure. Rural areas, for example, not always have good internet connection, and sometimes that some places don't have at all. This leaves people that live there isolated from the world. And the last barrier is the fear or mistrust of using technology. Some people are scared that their personal information may be stolen, they might be scammed online, and that's why they avoid using technology. All these barriers create a digital gap, digital divide that leaves people isolated from opportunities, excluded from society, And it's very important these barriers to be addressed.
Thank you for that. Is well explained. And the other questions we're going to ask you now is, what does digital exclusion looks like in the UK, and who is most affected by it?
The people who are most affected by digital exclusion in the UK are already facing some other challenges. For example, low-income families. The rise of cost of living left them makes them prioritize, for example, food expenses instead of digital expenses. A report says that in 2023, 9% of the UK households, which is about 2.6 million people, struggled with their cost of mobile services. And 8% couldn't manage the cost of their broadband. 1 million people had to make the tough decision to either reduce or stop their internet subscription because they were under financial pressure. Access to device is the other problem. From the kids and the young adults who are between age and 25, about 14% don't have access to a suitable device, and 4%, which is nearly 700,000, don't have access to a device and internet at home, and to both of them. And this leaves these kids isolated and staying behind from their peers. They can't fully participate in school and miss learning opportunities. Also, many depend only on using their smartphones, 18%, to go online. And while smartphones are useful, they cannot do the great job when it comes to writing CVs or doing homeworks or managing online accounts. This creates, I think, according to me, it creates something like a spiral, because when a low-income family is excluded from opportunities like this, they also, as a result, they lack the skills needed to participate in the society, to apply for jobs, to be competitive, which circles, and this increases the gap even more. And in the rural areas, the quality of internet adds another layer to the problem.
Thank you so much for that explanation. Please, can you give an example that illustrates the impact of digital inclusion on an individual or community?
Let's start with the rural areas. According to a report by Ofcom from July 2024, rural areas are still have poor internet connection, with only 52% having full fiber broadband and only 16% having 5G coverage. This digital gap has its consequences, and especially in the area of education and the local economy. For example, small businesses cannot adopt efficient online practices and extend their reach. Study by the Center of Economics and Business Research found that more digitally inclusive society can bring to the UK economy £168 billion by 2030. For people that are already employed but don't have digital skills, improving these skills can increase their income with 8%, which can add £17 billion to the UK economy by 2030. So by these numbers, we can see that creating a digitally inclusive society can benefit not only the individuals, but also the economy as a whole. Furthermore, digital exclusion increases the costs for both individuals and the society, as some people without digital access often have to rely on in-person services, which are more expensive and more time-consuming. Meanwhile, they lack access to job opportunities and to other kind of resources that can increase their income and give them more financial stability.
What role does the government and the private sector investors play in addressing digital inclusion challenges and barriers?
Well, the government knows that this is a serious problem and has taken steps to address the digital divide and has implemented several initiatives. For example, the digital inclusion strategy, which was launched in 2014 and which funds local projects that address the improving the digital skills of the community, and also fosters collaboration with the private sector and companies who want to improve these skills and to provide free training and resources. Building on this, they launched in 2017 the Digital Skills and Inclusion Policy, and also the Digital Development Strategy 2024-2030, which are focused on improving further the skills of the society, improving the quality of the network, and also making sure that every member of this society is digitally included, as well, including the people who have some kind of disabilities. The private sector has made some steps as well, and introduced several initiatives like the National Data Bank, which provides free mobile access and data for people who cannot afford it, and also the National Device Bank, who provides refurbished devices like laptops and mobile phones to people. And there are also many free education programs like Google Digital Garage, who aim to improve the skills of the people and the businesses.
Thank you so much for that. And what are the key steps needed to bridge the digital divide?
The key steps include practical solutions, funding, and a lot of collaboration. The first thing that needs to be done is to improve the digital infrastructure, because without good internet access, digital inclusion is not possible. Also, accessible devices and accessible internet can be provided for the people who can't afford it. Another thing that can be done is improving the skills of the population by creating opportunities for people to educate themselves for free, creating courses that are low cost, and also organizations like ours, like True Ambassadors, can play a very important role, because we know our community, the people that we work with, and we can give them support by providing them with giving them education, providing them with access to devices, to access to places where they can use the internet for free, and also by raising awareness. And only by working together we can tackle the problem with the digital divide.
Thank you so much for explaining that to us. And the other questions I would like to ask: can you tell the people who watch us about the digital inclusion project that True Ambassadors is currently running?
It's a 12-week program that is funded by the government and the Newham Council. And we created a program that is for people who do not have digital skills or have just basic skills. It includes things like how to access the internet, so simple things, but also how to create an email account, how to manage emails, how to access NHS services. We had a whole session about how to stay safe online, about digital safety, about different type of scams that people can face. What is it is unique about this program is that we try to pay attention to every one of our participants, because we realize that some of the people who attend might not be confident enough to ask questions in front of everybody. That's why me and the other volunteers, we after every session we go to every participant asking questions individually and try to explain the things to them, the things they don't understand. And I think it's very beneficial for them, because believe it me or not, some of the people don't know simple things like how to answer a message, especially other adults. Although they have family, they have kids, they have grandkids, sometimes they do not live with them, and they have mobile phones, they have their accounts, but don't know simple things like to answer a message. And this makes them feel isolated, to feel lonely, and these people, they just need a lot of help. And I think we are making a really good progress so far.
Thank you. And what is the one takeaway you did like our listeners to remember about digital inclusion?
The biggest takeaway is that in order for this dream to come true, the dream for digitally included society where every person is included, the government, the companies, private companies, and the charities and individuals all must work together. If we don't work together, achieving this will not be possible.
Thank you so much, Adriana. It was really a pleasure having you today on this podcast, and we really hope that we'll see more of you viewers. You're going to be seeing more of Adriana coming in. We'll be talking about different topics, and we will be taking off financial inclusion coming January. So we're going to be talking more about that soon, which was sponsored by Canada UK, Canada Live UK through Neighborly. So we'll be talking about that. So at this point, I just want to appreciate you. I want to thank you for coming, and I just want to ask you a question. Working with True Ambassadors, how did you see it? Is it because we are hitting the grassroots, and what do you think about True Ambassadors as a charity?
I think that as a charity, we have a great potential. I know that we are currently a very small charity and we operate only in Newham. We just need the right support. We need people. We need funding, and with so many ideas that you have, and also our team has, I think we can do many great things. So far, I believe we touched the lives of many people in Newham community. So we can do better. We can touch more lives.
Thank you. I'm glad that you've been able to see that from your own perspective, from your opinion, and seeing how we have been touching lives. You know, it's really great to hear it from you, to see being in the grassroots, coming to work in the field, and actually see the way people have been touched, life has been changed. Is an amazing thing to me, to see where True Ambassador has come from and where he is at the moment. So I wouldn't really want to say much today, but I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone as we step into the new year, January. This is our first podcast for the year, and we are having Adriana here, trying to enlighten us about digital inclusion and the struggle people struggle through in the digital world, which through Ambassadors, we are trying as a team to bridge that gap for our local community. As we go further, you will hear more about us, and we will be also inviting other guest speakers to the podcast to help us, that will enlighten us and giving us more insight about other topics about life. I want to say a big thank you to ELAB for their dedication, for their steadfastness of being with us. Without you guys, we will not be able to do this. And a big thank you to AJ. Without you, we will not be able to bring this to life. Thank you for bringing our voice out, for making us being able to start this. You make it really easy for us. We say a big thank you to you, sir. And as we want to close this today, I just want to say, is there any more thing you want to say, or any questions you want to ask me?
Yes. How did you decide that digital inclusion is something that True Ambassadors has to be involved with?
Yeah, well, I decided because there was a time I run a digital Tick and Tack with Anne Marine from the Republican. So we had opportunity to bring the tablets to the residents. They were using it to be creative, how to draw, how to create, how to search, and it was really fascinating. See the way they were really focused on it. So when the opportunity comes that Newham, they were funding digital inclusion, I kind of grabbed into it to understand that, oh wow, I've done this twice and I know it's going to be something, because I've seen how the residents really was into it, that they really loved it, and even they keep asking me, are we going to continue with that? They really loves it. So when the opportunity come, I grabbed it.
Thank you, Doris.
Any other questions?
No, that's it. And I just want to say one final thing. Everyone who thinks that needs support, if it's digital inclusion or just something else, is welcome to come and join us. We have meetings every Tuesday at Plaistow Community Center from 2 o'clock. So come and join us. If you know somebody who can benefit from our sessions, send them to us as well.
Well, thank you, viewers. You've just heard from Adriana, the marketing manager and charity ambassadors that's dedicate our time to work with us, to do a lot of research and writing a lot of blogs. So as you've heard from her, when you come, anyone that you feel that can benefit from us, please do come. Don't hesitate. Don't stop anyone. We are open to everybody, and we are very open to every suggestion, and we are open to every ideas. So please do come and join us. Come with your ideas. We'll dive into it. Thank you for watching us today, wherever you're watching us from, and we wish you best of luck this year and every good things that come with this year. That is all we wish for you. Thank you, and hope to see you next week, Saturday. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.